folks, the time has come for you to learn the sleeper. Now if you have an unresponsive yo-yo like the Rain City Skills author, then you don't need to learn a sleeper. The yo-yo will not come back up when it's tugged, and when it hits the bottom, it just stays there. This is what the sleeper is. When the yo-yo gets to the bottom of the string, it just continues spinning instead of coming back up to your hand. But if you have a responsive yo-yo like the Rain City Skills Rebrand, then you're dealing with a yo-yo that can come back up when it hits the bottom, so you need to figure out how to make it stay down. This trick is an absolute fundamental because without the sleeper, you can't do tricks like rock the baby, or walk the dog, or even things like barrel rolls. If you're learning anything that's 1A or a picture trick or anything that requires the yo-yo to move for an extended period of time, you need to know how to do a sleeper. So how do you do it? In order to do the sleeper, make sure you already know how to throw the yo-yo. I went over this in another video, but make sure you make a muscle, throw the yo-yo down nice and strong, and let it roll out of your fingers like this. Cool, so now we have to figure out how to not make the yo-yo come back up when we flip our hand over. The reason why the yo-yo is coming back up in the first place is there's a little bit of slack, there's a little bit of bounce, and so the yo-yo will return to your hand. So we've got to find a way to cushion the yo-yo as it falls, because when it goes down and it comes up, there's slack being created, we're tugging up on the string and it's coming back. So what we do is do a little bounce towards the bottom as it's falling to the end of the string, so we're not creating any slack. So my hand is following the yo-yo down. You can see my palms up here, and I carried it down with the yo-yo. Then when I'm ready to bring it back up, I just tug. So again, I throw it down and I follow it, okay? Before I flip my hand over and then I want to tug. Because otherwise, if I just do a regular gravity pull, see how my hand just goes and comes back up, okay? We're avoiding that. So we're throwing it down and following it down. I think it helps to keep the palm up, and then returning it to the hand with that little tug. So now there's no slack being created, there's no reason why the yo-yo would want to come back up. So here's what I recommend you doing. When you throw a sleeper, a lot of times you're going to want to do a really strong, powerful throw, but if you don't know how to do a sleeper, you're at risk of just throwing a really hard throw and having it come up really fast. But some yo-yos will allow you to throw really lightly, and then the yo-yo will just go into a sleeper automatically. So what you can do is throw your throw really light, but make sure it rolls off of your hand, and then it's spinning at the bottom. I left my hand palm up. I find it's more conducive to the sleeper. And then when you're ready, flip it over just like a normal throw and tug, and the yo-yo should come back. Then, when you're used to what the sleeper feels like, you can start powering up your throw. But you still need to make sure it doesn't come up when you're adding more power. The other one that I like to do is to rock the yo-yo back. So when I throw it, it comes behind me. Now this may still return to your hand. Again, there is a little practice involved, but I feel that when the yo-yo has some time to swing, it's less likely to come back to your hand automatically. The other thing you can do is purchase a brain yo-yo. So brain yo-yos can work in a couple of ways. Some are an automatic return to your hand. They're designed to make it easier to do a gravity pull, and others are designed to have a longer spin, so they just do hang out at the bottom. So if you need a little bit more help discerning the two, you might want to invest in a brain yo-yo just so you can start to feel what a sleeper feels like, and then it will come more automatically when you have a yo-yo that's just a regular responsive yo-yo with a typical ball bearing. And then finally, you can also do kind of that assisted front style throw. So what you do is put your hand out and let the yo-yo fall over it, and that will help you in your mounts later on, but it can also provide some cushion so it's not just returning to your hand. So it is something that does come over time that you have to get used to, but hopefully some of those tips will make that transition a little easier. Because it's so subtle, if you have questions or comments or tips because you already know the sleeper but you just want to watch the video, thanks. Make sure you drop those in the comments below, and of course, always be respectful. My name's Ashley, aka ATYoyo Superstar. This is a sleeper.